Okay, a few quick things to note about some of these models. Not a lot of time that we have, but it's just enough time to hit a few quick things. Number one, when you're looking at this model in specific, this is what we nickname our Bronchial Tree model. You can see that this is of the larynx, which your larynx is about from here on up. So I know that in some of the picture books they just have one little line that just says this is the larynx, and you're looking at it like, okay, is it that little dot? Is it that blue thing? What is it? No, the larynx is an entire structure. So it's actually from here on up, and this white thing that you're seeing up there is actually your hyoid bone. Remember, your hyoid bone is the only bone in your body that does not articulate with any other bone. Every other bone in your body articulates in some shape, form, or fashion via some type of ligament or cartilage or something, but this bone actually doesn't attach to any other bone in your body. Just below that, we've got the thyroid cartilage, which the word thyroid means shield, and you can see the shield shape to it. And then there's a cricoid cartilage just below that. Over here on the side, we can see the thyroid gland. This is, of course, a deep image, while this is more of a superficial. And then each one of these little rings, these blue rings, happen to be C-shaped ring cartilage. If we pick this model up, we turn it around, we can see the epiglottis. And then when we look inside, we can even see the glottis, and we can see the vocal folds in there, those two white things on both sides through the hole. We can see our trachea, which is our windpipe, and then we can see the carina here, which is where it splits into our two primary bronchi. Remember that bronchus is singular, bronchi are plural, so on this model we have the primary bronchi, the secondary bronchi, and the tertiary bronchi. Moving right along to this lung model, there's not a lot here that you can't figure out on your own, but I did want to point out one thing in particular, and that is the cardiac notch. The cardiac notch is found in your left lung. I know what you might be thinking. Wait a minute, that's your right. No. Remember, it's never your left, but it's always the left of the patient. So here we have the cardiac notch being created by the apex of the heart here. We've got the diaphragm located right here below the lungs. And we can see the heart in the middle, along with our aorta. There's the ascending aorta going to the aortic arch. And here is our superior vena cava. We move over to this. This is a pulmonary lobule. And on this pulmonary lobule, we can see the bronchioles coming down. We've got some of this cartilage, these cartilage plates. We also see the green. Those are mucus glands. And then we see the red and the blue structures. Now, the red and the blue structures get people because the first thing they think when they see red is, oh, that must be an artery, and the blue must be a vein. Wrong. Remember, we're at the lung, so blood has just arrived here from the right side of the heart. If blood just arrived here from the right side of the heart, then it's obviously deoxygenated, full of carbon dioxide. That means it's still blue, which means that this would be a pulmonary arteriole. That blood then comes down, goes into pulmonary capillaries, gets oxygenated, and then rises back up into a pulmonary venule, which will ultimately drain into a pulmonary vein and go to the left side of the heart, where it can then be distributed to the entire body. And that's a wrap.